Interesting enough, sushi was introduced to Japan as a way to preserve meat and fish by wrapping it in rice and keep it in a cool place to preserve its freshness. And fast forward to today, sushi is one of the most popular dishes outside of Japan. Sushi also one of my top 10 favorite dishes that I crave from time to time, and hopefully it's your favorite too. And in today's video, I will show you simple ways on how you can make delicious sushi rolls. Okay, let's get cooking. You can find all these ingredients from any Asian grocery store, or you can find them from any big supermarket that they have a really big aisle of oriental aisle like superstore. You can find them all there. You will need short grain rice, frying mix powder or cake flour. You also need some seaweed wraps, some mayonnaise, the Japanese kind, and the rice vinegar. You will also need some sliced cucumber, some avocado, and some lettuce. For the protein, I use some crab sticks, some chicken breasts, some shrimps, and also some fish eggs. If you live in Canada, then you know what is Superstore. I purchased this from Superstore. It's the perfect rice for sushi. It's sticky rice and it's the President Choice brand. You can purchase any brand you like as long as it says short grain rice on the package. I have prepared and prepped most of the ingredients, and these shrimps and the chicken breast, I will show you how to prepare them. In this plate, there are about 4 chicken breasts, and if you are making it only a little bit of sushi roll, you don't need this much. You probably only need 1 chicken breast to make about 2 to 3 rolls of chicken rolls. In this 1 small breast, you can cut them into about 5 to 6 chicken strips. And after, I will show you how to marinate it and leave it on the side. For this much of chicken breast, I add equal amount of salt and sugar. I add half teaspoon of salt and half teaspoon of sugar. But if you only making 1 chicken breast, just add a pinch of salt, a pinch of sugar, and a little bit of ground pepper. Marinate them together so the flavor go into the chicken, and after, leave them on the side. Moving on to the shrimp part. For the shrimp, in order for us to easily roll the shrimp roll, we at first have to make sure that the shrimp doesn't curl up when we fry them. So we have to cut the bottom of the shrimp, the stomach part or the lining, and after you cut that, you have to cut the back of the shrimp as well, so this way you can easily stretch the shrimp straight. And when you cut through the shrimp, you only want to cut about 1/4 deep into the shrimp, not all the way through. And now you can flip the shrimp over, and now you're going to slice the back of the shrimp the same method. And the way that you can stretch it, you will use 3 fingers on each hand, and you're going to push the shrimp down. You can use those 3 fingers to push it down from the head to the tails, and after you will get this stretchy look. And sometimes it will break, and that should be okay. And here is side by side on how the shrimp that is stretched and not stretched. Leave both the shrimps and the chicken strip on the side for now, and next I will show you how to cook the sushi rice. You can use any short grain rice. I measure 2 cups of short grain rice and 2 cups of water. I'm going to clean or rinse the rice 3 times. And the way that you can rinse the rice by squeezing the rice, and you will notice that the water is a bit cloudy, and that is because of the starch. You can pour it out for the first round. You will have to clean it 2 more times, and after we can add 2 cups of water, but I will show you some small techniques on how to make the perfect sushi rice. And this part here is really important. When you drain the water out, you want to make sure you left some water in there. You don't want to drain the water out completely. Now you can add 2 cups of water, and whatever cup that you use to measure the rice, you want to use the same cup to measure the water as well. Brush off the rice on the side of the pot, and after we're going to cook them. On high heat, you're going to bring the water and the rice to boil. Since it is on high heat, you should stir it a couple times so the bottom part doesn't get burned. After it boils for about 30 seconds, the rice will absorb most of the water and you'll see the pores that are in between the water and the rice. As soon as you see the water is less and you see those pores that is in the rice, you're going to lower the heat and cover it with the lid right away. And if you want to use cloth to put underneath so you really seal up the rice, that should be okay too, but either way it doesn't matter too much. And after you close and seal it completely, now you can cook it on low heat for 12 minutes. And this part is really important. No matter how tempted you're trying to take a peek, do not open the lid to take a peek because you will ruin the rice. And after 12 minutes, the rice will be fully cooked and just perfect to make the sushis. And right after, you're going to stir the rice with a spatula to loosen up the rice. And after, you're going to pour everything into a bowl. If you were to wait until the rice is cooled down in the pot, the rice will be really hard to stir and it cannot be easily loosened like this. Since the rice is hot right now, it is recommended to add the rice vinegar and the sugar right away. Here is 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, ½ teaspoon of sugar. You can stir and mix well, and after you're going to leave the rice to cool down on the side. And next I will show you how to fry the shrimp tempuras. Before we fry the shrimps, we will coat the shrimp with some frying mix powder. But if you wish to skip this step, you can just skip it because this step is almost like for those crunchy tempura, but since we are using this one to make the rolls, it doesn't matter too much. Like I said, you can put them straight into the batter and then after you can start to fry them. Now that you finish coating the shrimp, next we will fry them right away. And for this powder that is left over, you can always use it to mix the batter for the shrimps. I'm using the same frying powder mixed. I'm going to put 1 cup of frying powder mix. We will mix a thicker batter, so you can add 3/4 cup of cold water. Stir and mix well until everything combined together uniformly. Before you start to fry the shrimp, you can test out the oil if the oil is hot enough. If the batter float up right away, that means the oil is hot enough for you to start frying those shrimps. Now we can start to fry the shrimps. Like I said, after you stretch the shrimp, you can mix the thicker batter and put the shrimp straight into this batter, or you can put some loose flour, which is optional. The loose flour for the shrimp is meant for the other shrimp tempura, the video prior to this one. It is easier to use your fingers to pick up those shrimps. You want to make sure that you're going to drop it. You're going to drop it into the hot oil straight. You can fry on heat number 8 for 1 minute. I have a video on how to make shrimp tempura. You can check out the video prior to this one. It only takes 1 minute for the shrimp to be cooked, so you can take them out, put them to cool down on the cooling rack. In between the times that you are frying those shrimps and the chicken strips, you can use a fine strainer to strain out any batters that is brown in the hot oil. Next, I will show you how to fry the chicken strip, and you can test out the oil the same way. When you see the batter float up right away, the heat is hot enough. Now you can lower the heat to heat number 8. Here are the chicken strips. You can put a whole bunch of chicken strip in the batter. If you're only going to make a little bit, you can share the batter between the chicken strip and the shrimps. Frying the chicken strip is really simple. You can just put it into the batter, and after you can start to fry them right away. You're going to fry the chicken strip the same way as the shrimp. You're going to lay them straight into the hot oil. If the chicken strip is straight, so when it's finished frying, you can easily roll into the sushi rolls. This batter is the same batter as the one that I used to fry the shrimps. You will fry the chicken strip on heat number 8 for 7 to 8 minutes, and after that, the chicken strip should be cooked. These are a lot of chicken breasts, and the purpose of this, I want some leftover so I can eat these chicken strip by itself. And if you only want to make about 2 to 3 chicken rolls, you should only fry about 1 chicken breast that is cut up the way that I shown you earlier. Now that the chicken and the shrimp is done, you can leave that to cool down. Now we can start to cut up the cucumber. This cucumber, I cut them in half, but the whole point is you want to make the cucumber, slice it thin, and the length of it, you want it to be the same length as a seaweed wrap. I'm sure that you know how to slice up the cucumber. I'm only going to show you a bit. And next, I will show you how to cut up the avocado. The way that you can cut the avocado, you can cut all the way around the avocado. And after, you're going to pull it apart, and if it come off clean, that means the avocado is ripe enough. That is good. You can use the same knife, chop over the seed and pull the seed out. You can slice it gently, and you want to slice it into strips, and you want to slice it not all the way through the skin, but just to the skin. Now you can use a spoon to scoop the sliced avocado out, and by doing it this way, the avocado should come out clean. You can start to do the same thing to the side of avocado. In the next clip, I want to show you the avocado that is not ripe enough. When you cut it, you pull it apart, it comes like that, it doesn't come off clean. And here are some imitation crab. You can slice them in half, or you can choose to put it whole. You may not need this much, so any leftover, I will show you how to save it later. There are a lot of kinds or brand of seaweed wraps. It doesn't matter what brand, as long as it says seaweed wrap, you can buy any brand that you like. We will use this bamboo sticks to put underneath the seaweed wrap so we can roll up the sushis. To help you with the cleaning process later, I recommend to put some saran wrap or plastic wrap on the top of this bamboo sticks, so this way when it is time for you to clean up, it doesn't take that long. Toward the end of the video, I will show you the process on how easy it is if you can do this way, that you don't need to clean up the bamboo sticks later. With all of these ingredients, we can make some chicken rolls, some vegetable rolls, avocado roll, some shrimp rolls, or even some imitation crab roll. Now we can start to make some sushi, and first we will put the rice on the top of the rough area, like this side here. We're going to put the rice on there. You can choose to put the rice all over the seaweed wrap, the rough side. But for me, I don't want so much rice on my sushi rolls, so I'm only going to put more than halfway up the seaweed sheet. You can use a spoon to press it down, and after you need some water on the side, so you're going to use your hand to press the rice down. Every time you make sushi, it is recommended that you have some water on the side because a lot of time you will use your hand to roll it and also to press the rice to the seaweed. After you use your hand to press the rice and seal the seaweed and the rice together. And after that, we can start to roll them. And the top side there is empty. That is when we're going to use to roll it first. And it has about 2 inches that is empty. Now you flip it over. We will start with the side that has no rice on the top, the seaweed, and we're going to roll it all the way to the rice area. But first, we will put some mayonnaise. These are the Japanese mayonnaise. You can buy them from any superstore or any Chinese supermarket. And here are some fish eggs. These fish eggs are raw. And we're going to make the dynamite roll. So here is the lettuce. You're going to put some lettuce, and the leafy part or the curly part, you're going to let it facing out of the seaweed. You will need a long slice of cucumber. You will need some avocado. You can break them so you can easily roll them later. And don't worry if they don't look like they're not going to roll nicely, but I will show you techniques on how you can roll them. These 2 shrimp will be just enough for this wrap. If you have smaller shrimp, then you can put more. If you are using the shrimp that have the skin tail on, then you want to put it outward where the lettuce, you want it to stick out of the seaweed. Now we can start to roll them. On the top part, there is no rice, so it is easy for you to roll it up. In this process, you will need to dip your hand into the water. Every time it gets sticky, that is when you're going to dip your hand into the water. After that, you're going to pull the seaweed roll all the way down, and with the assistance of the bamboo sticks, you're going to roll it and push the roll down at the same time and roll it. This way, this is the only way you can roll the roll really tight. You want to roll it really tight. If it is your first time, it will be a bit messy, but that is okay. After you do it a couple times or a few sushi rolls, then you will get a hang of it and you know that it's not that hard at all. And sometimes as you are rolling up the roll, sometimes you see the avocado sticking out. You can just push the avocado back in and use those hands to really press it and seal it. The tighter that you can roll the sushi roll, the better, because when it is time for you to cut them, it will not fall apart on you. But it doesn't have to be perfect, right? It is homemade, and you will get the idea and you get the hang of it after you make it a few times. Right now the sushi roll is round, so you want to put the bamboo stick on top and do the way that I do, squeeze them back and forth like that. We are doing this because when we push the bamboo stick on the top of the rice down, it will create this flat surface that the sushi can sit and they don't roll over later. And here, as you can see, it's flat, so you can put it there and it doesn't move around. So you want to do that to all of the sushi rolls. You know the good thing about making sushi, you can put any kind of meat that you like, and the process to roll it and to put any vegetable that you like, it also good too. You can put cucumber, you can put carrots, you can put imitation crab, you can put anything you like really. You can even put egg. And this one here is the California roll. It has the imitation crab, the avocado, and also the cucumber. That's it. And you follow the same method and you will have your sushi rolls. So every time that you are done with rolling the sushi, you always have to put the bamboo over and squeeze it and push it down to make that flat surface. And here is another roll. This one is the chicken rolls. So you put the same ingredients, and this one I didn't put any fish eggs. The fish egg is up to your preference, but normally you put fish egg with shrimps. For this chicken roll, I mix it with cucumber and lettuce and also mayonnaise. And after, I use the same method using the bamboo to guide it and then push it down to make it tight. And after, I'm going to do the same method, push the bamboo on top to make that flat surface. And for this roll here, it's just the cucumber and the avocado roll. And like I said, you can create any kind of roll of sushi that you like, and the taste is going to taste really good. Even if you want to make tempura yam roll, have you seen those? And they just taste really good. The process is the same. It's super easy. Okay, that's it guys. That is all on how you can make your homemade sushi at home for you and your family. And next, I will show you how easy it is to clean the bamboo sticks. There really no need to clean the bamboo sticks, right? Because we put the saran wrap or the plastic wrap over. We just peel it off and that's it. And now we can start to wrap it with the new saran wrap and put them away. And for those people who have never made sushi before, you may not have these bamboo sticks. You can purchase them from any Chinese grocery store. I don't think they sell them at any normal supermarket. And with the roll here, you can put some raw sesame seed, the white one or the black one, that is up to you. You also can spread some fish eggs on top if you really like the crunch of the fish eggs. I normally make my own sushi sauce, so next I will show you how to make the sushi sauce. I just use regular soy sauce and dilute it with some water. This one is the Golden Mountain. 2 tablespoons of regular soy sauce. To make the sauce not too salty, we can add 2 tablespoons of water or boiled water that is cooled down. Half teaspoon of sugar. You can mix well and dissolve the sugar, and that is it. Now we got the sauce for our sushi. Every time I make sushi, I never buy the sushi sauce. And this sushi soy sauce is just perfect for the sushi that we're going to have. Next, I will show you how to cut the sushi. You will need a really sharp knife or a serrated knife like this. And you will also need some water that you will need to put it on the knife or on your hand. Before you grab to the sushi, you can dip your hand into the water, and after you can grab 1 sushi rolls. You also can wet the knife with some water, so this way when you start to cut it, the rice will not stuck to the knife. You can cut the sushi rolls in half to equal size. And in this process, I recommend, like I said, you need to use a really sharp knife, otherwise your rice is going to fall apart. And after, you can line them up and you can cut to the thickness that you like. In this case, I'm going to cut it into 4 on each side. You don't have to cut the same way that I shown you. You can cut in whichever way that you feel comfortable with. I hope this video will help you so you can make sushi for you and your family at home. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share with your family and friends. And if you have any question for me, don't forget to leave it in the comment box below. I will try to answer the questions to the best that I can. If you are looking for more delicious recipes that you can make from home, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more delicious homemade recipes. Oh, and here are the fish eggs. You can put them into a bag, and after you can put them into the freezer. And also the same thing as the imitation crab. You can also bake them up, any leftover, and you can put them both into the freezer. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye for now.